Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. Nice to have you with us on this Monday, the 9th day of July, the year 2018. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Thank you, as always, come to you live and at you from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York. As I chat to you, what is happening in the world of sports? Well, we have a lot to do today. We have Wimbledon to talk about. We have the NBA. I give my thoughts on LeBron going to LA, but we'll begin with the baseball as the New York Yankees savage day game against the Toronto Blue Jays as they took 2 out of 3. Get to the Mets eventually. But we'll begin. But nonetheless, the weather has gotten much better. As I have to admit, it got so much better after the last couple of days. Because let's be honest, this weather is a torture. That's the thing I don't like with summer. It's just been out of control. Really has really been hot, muggy. You know when it gets hot and muggy, you know things start getting a little pushy, if you know what I mean. It's starting to get a little the weather, the hotness just started. I just want to throw that out there. But nonetheless, it's great to have you. It's great to have you guys with me to chat a little sports. But let's just start off with the Yankees, shall we? As the Yankees are continuing to look dominant as they should, as they took 2 out of 3 from the Toronto Blue Jays, as it really took extra baseball to come along, as DeGuillermo Gorman, if I'm saying it right, pitched solid, didn't give up another run. He gave up a couple of hits, one error over. But other than that, he didn't pitch a bad game. He really didn't. He did not pitch a bad game at all. And so as Mark Burley, the former White Sox, 16 game hitter. He's really been solid for the most part. And I gotta admit, I have to say, just been really sensational and all that. But like I said, for the most part, it has been really collective for the Yankees. And even though they lost for the first time this week, I was thinking about this. I'm thinking about this Yankees team right now. This Yankees team remind me so much of the 09 team. I don't remember if they had 50 wins. I don't recall if they had 50 wins yet, but they have one. I believe one of the best records in baseball, if I'm not mistaken. I know they're in first place. That I do know. The Boston Red Sox are right behind the Yankees, and the Yankees are in a doubleheader right now. They lead the game 3-2 over the Baltimore Orioles. As as the Yankees are in the last home game they've been 6-4. 6-4, right behind the Red Sox, I should say. Right behind the Red Sox, and the All-Star roster has been set up. I mean, really. Let's see. The surprise is Joey Votto was known. To Jesus Allure, really good and stuff like that. The roster is there. Nick Markakis Nick Markakis looking to get into has gone into the roster. To be honest with you, do you really care who really get into the All-Star game? Do you really care? Because let's face it, this All-Star to me, I always feel this way, and I feel this way now. I think the All-Star game to me means absolutely nothing. But as far as the Yankees, let's talk about the Yankees. Just like we are right now. As far as the Yankees is concerned, the Yankees are just continue to be so dominant. And CC Sabathia right now is facing Manchiki from Baltimore as the Yankees lead the game, or as we speak, for a doubleheader against Baltimore. As we see, they lead the game 3-2 over Baltimore right now, as the Yankees will host the Philadelphia Phillies. And as far as I know, the Phillies. If you would have told me, and the Mets are in the doubleheader as well, as the game is 2 games apiece, and you see is at 2 games apiece. So a lot of day baseball going on right now as we speak, as the Red Sox will continue to run away with that, try to run away with that division with the Yankees, even though the Yankees are 2 games back, just 2 in the win column, and as far as the Mets, let's just say the Mets are lucky in last place, but the Mets have a lot of work to do. As far as catching up is concerned and stuff like that. But I know I'm getting off in and out topics and stuff like that. But let me just say this about this. Let me say this. I think if the Mets going to trade DeGrom or Syndergaard, if they planning to, I think the thing you have to figure out is this. It's not going to change the team overnight. It really isn't. It's really not. It's really not. But if you're the Mets, if you're going to trade DeGrom, you better get something good in return. And another thing, you better start saving money. You better start spending money, I mean. Because for a long period of time, the Mets have never been that consistent. The Mets never been consistent. The Mets always not consistent as far as winning is concerned. They have 2 goal winning streaks and they go back to losing. The Mets never had a chance to compete. Never. And that's been the biggest problem to me. If you're going to give a team a chance, you better at least give yourself a chance to win. And the Mets don't do that. They don't. They give you the impression that they do, but the truth is they don't. And that's been the biggest problem. And don't you think Mets fans by now are getting fed up? They're getting really fed up of it. Every time when a Mets, for example, they got to the World Series 3 years ago. All now they haven't gone back to the World Series. Okay, they got into the wild card, right? They got to the World Series and then they get to the wild card, right? Now they missed the playoffs, and now most likely they're going to miss the playoffs this year. And every time, and honestly, at this point, you can't just watch this team anymore. And it's difficult to be a Mets fan. And I completely understand what they are coming from. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can't watch this team and expect this. You cannot watch this team. You really can't. This team is really, really hard to watch. They really are. And listen, I'm not going to try to yell and scream because this is really overdue already. It's overdue already. Mickey Callaway has shown you time and time again he's not as good as he's not a good manager, but he could still learn in the process. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and waste time talking about this Mets team. So hopefully they get a win. They get a win against the Phillies. And come to think of it, if you'd have told me, I can't believe that the Mets, where they are right now, and the Nationals are nowhere in first place, that the Braves and the Phillies will fight for the division. That's how sad this season has become for the Mets. Now, as far as Wimbledon, Nadal is still continuing to be Nadal. Federer is still the architect, and that should be his new nickname. The architect, because this guy is so, I can't tell you how he's not damn good. He's damn great. So is Serena. Because even though Serena is not number one in the world, she still plays like it and still is the number one player in the world. And real quickly about LeBron going to LA. I don't know what I first of all, I'm shocked. When I heard the news, I was shocked. I couldn't believe he's gonna go to LA. Okay. But I heard people saying, "Oh, why LeBron going to LA? Why LeBron going to this? Why LeBron doing this? Why LeBron doing that? Why LeBron?" There's so many things to go with, but who do want to play for the LA Lakers? Isn't that he's playing for the Miami Heat? This is he's playing for the Lakers. One of the most historic franchises in the NBA. And you play in the biggest sporting market in the country, the second biggest sporting in the country. I don't blame him for going to LA. And yes, he's going there for his family too. So yeah, why not? I guess it was a family decision. And on that note, that's going to do it for this edition of Drew Mania Live. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry I had to cut this short. For more information, and you want to listen to this episode again, please go to Spreaker.com, download, type in the keyword Drew Mania Live, and please follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Until then, this is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, Shalom, let peace go with you, and I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon.